Morning. How y'all doing? Good. Well, my name is Elias Karafillis, and this is Alex Cortez, and I am the creator, founder, owner, whatever you want to call it, of the Lemonade Company. Alex is the, I guess, like the next man down, like the vice president, whatever you want to call it.
Partner in crime.
Partner in crime. That's a good one. Let me see here. Back in high school, I was about to be a senior. After that, like a year had gone by or whatever, I got a crew together and just basically friends from high school, and we started selling lemonade at the corners of big intersections around town. And it was a pretty big deal, you know. It kind of sounds crazy, but Alex will tell you a little bit more about that.
Well, it started off kind of, I had been looking for a job at the time. I couldn't find a job. I knew he had his lemonade business, so one day he was actually at a friend's house next door to me, and as I saw him coming out, I said, hey Elias, do you have any jobs I can work with you this weekend, or anything you have coming up? I knew I think every Sunday he did the street gigs, and he would post up with a friend or two with the signs and the tent and everything, and just sell lemonade on the street corners, major intersections around our neighborhood. So I said, is there any room for me to fit in there? He said, sure, let me try it. I think we're doing one Sunday, come out Sunday. So I said, great, Sunday, let's do it. And I'm ready to work, you know. I haven't had a job for a couple months, like I'm ready to hustle, I'm ready to make money. So we get out there, he kind of just tells me what they do, and I'm like, you know, let's bump this up a little bit. I'm starting to grab the signs. I'm walking through like intersections. I got drinks in my hand, cutting through cars. There's a red light rush.
We used to call it red light rush.
Red light rush. They all build up. They all build up. So the red light rush comes, and I have drinks in my hand, and he's yelling out the prices with the signs, and cars are holding out the money, and I'm running in between cars, handing lemonades and stuff. We actually got in trouble a couple times because cops would say it's a, you know, safety hazard.
Yeah.
Getting in between cars. Anyway, that happens. I don't know how much you used to make every Sunday.
When we first, on a low street stand level, we'd bring in like 200, 250 bucks.
So we started coming in and started making it more boom, boom, boom. I mean,
like
instead of
more
just
height,
saying
more people, brought some babes out, you know.
You know, you think of a traditional lemonade stand, and you think of it with kids as just kind of sitting there like with their sign, like waiting for somebody to come up.
At this point in the game, it's kind of like a professional lemonade stand.
So I was like,
that
no.
was somewhat comical, you know. People hadn't seen this before, and
I said, no, we're not just gonna sit here and just like wait for somebody to come up. Well, let's make them want to have the lemonade, because they're just gonna look at it as it's any other ordinary lemonade. Well, I knew that wasn't the case. Trying his lemonade, I was like, obviously this is the best lemonade I've ever had. Let's really make this thing, let's make people think this is the best lemonade he's ever had. So we start hustling, pushing, going through all the cars. Next thing you know, we come in, I think that the first day it was maybe 400 we brought in almost. 500.
Yeah, it was good.
It was a lot better. And so we started doing that more often, and then I was like, hey, look, we have more friends that can come join us.
Yep.
And we started getting the 4-man crew.
Yeah.
We called ourselves the crew because we had other workers, but there was a specific crew where it was me, 2 other friends, and him.
It was on point, like the energy was just right.
I mean, we'd bring in, it started coming in average, we'd come in $600 to $800, $900
No
a
lie.
day of just selling lemonade on a street corner. Literally, $600 to $900 a day.
We had
just
our
selling
spots
lemonade.
like
Stone Oak.
Stone Oak, Alamo Heights, Thousand Oaks, Jones
Pass.
Mossberger, and there was one more. Yeah, that's right.
And then there was one we did on 281. And
Oh, that
I mean,
was
we
good
did them.
too.
Anywhere we found that there was heavy traffic, any heavy flow of cars, red lights or intersections,
Yeah.
let's give it a shot. We just said,
why
let's
not?
give it a shot. And so we started doing that, and then I think our best day we had was we went out to Stone Oak.
We set up on the corner. We didn't have a tent. Like the image was not the best out there, and we set up on the corner of Stone Oak and Heidner, and no lie, people were throwing 20s at us saying, keep the change.
It was coming. I mean, the red light, because you know, I don't know if y'all been out to the Stone Oak Parkway gets really backed up around 5 o'clock.
It's bad.
So that red light rush was like, red light rush, like let's do this.
Yeah.
Like red light
It's
would
on.
come, they'd be backed up, and we had this one sidewalk that we would walk on, literally 2 people with drinks, 2 people with signs, and we had people throwing 5s, 10s, 20s, change. I'm literally like, looking like a homeless person, like grabbing this money on the floor, and me and Elias are just looking at each other like this is gonna be an awesome day. We left home that day. We count up all the money. It came out to like 900 something.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was just, we looked at each other and were like, we need to do this every day. It started to turn into like a 4 or 5 days a week thing.
Basically what happened from there was all the popularity and the hype that happened landed us on the front page of the newspaper, the business section.
It actually happened, we were at Bradley Middle School, the corner of Heimer and Brook Hollow.
Yep.
And he went to go get something real quick from the house. We forgot a product or something you forgot. And right when he was gone for those 30 minutes, a news anchor came up and said, I work with the San Antonio Express News. We'd like to do an article on you guys. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, no way. And I'm calling Elias. She gives me the whole spiel of how she wants to do an article on us and make it in the business section. I'm like, cool. So I'm trying to keep all professional. Yes, ma'am. You know, I'm like 16. And, you know, she gives me the whole thing how she wants to do an article. She leaves, and I immediately like pull up my phone. I'm like, Elias, the news just came. The news. And he's like, you're joking, no way. And I'm like, no. He gets there, she comes camera and everything. She tells us just to do what we do, you know, we're out there. She wants to just take pictures of what we're doing, and I'm out there selling the drinks and holding the signs and taking in money and running it back to the tent and running it back to the car.
Yep.
And next thing you know, within a week, Elias calls me at 6 in the morning and he's like, get up right now, go buy a newspaper, look at the front page of the business section, and there we are, like 2 pages of like pictures all over it, the lemonade company, entrepreneur does this and that. I mean, we were just so stoked about it.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be in the newspaper, but I really had no idea it was going to be the front page. I thought it was going to be a small little.
We thought it was going to just be like a little
you know.
picture where you had to kind of like look closely.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, a little art.
And then I walk into Valero at like 6 something a.m. and you know how they have the stacks right when you walk in? I look at it, I flip to the business section, and actually he was on the front cover, holding a big sign just like that. And yeah, and I remember we went out to sell that day at Thousand Oaks, and while we're setting up, people were just rolling in, like
that
they
was
wanted
the
the goods.
best advertisement we ever had.
Yes. And so with the success of that little newspaper article, that kind of brought us to, I guess, like the next level. I started developing concept ideas for a lemonade, fancy beverage bar catering for weddings, corporate events, private parties, baby showers, the whole works, and that came along pretty well. What we're doing now is wholesaling lemonades to restaurants. This is actually something brand new. Started it up about 3 weeks ago, but basically the same concept of like, you know how Coca-Cola is in like every restaurant. If it's not that, it's Pepsi. That's kind of the concept, to bring something new to, you know, local restaurants. Yeah, so our freshly squeezed lemonades, we offer 3 flavors for that kind of thing. Original, the strawberry, and the pomegranate.
I mean, you can have any flavor. I mean, he makes all.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he named any fruit or flavor you can think
Mango
of.
check, pomegranate check, kiwi check,
Watermelon.
blueberry check, watermelon, blueberry mint, orange,
All kinds.
raspberry, strawberry, banana. Okay, kidding there. But
And it used to be like with the street gigs in the early days, it was just straight lemonade, and it would most of the time just kind of be strawberry and original or something. Now you got the smoothies, you do juices,
Yeah.
all kinds of. I mean, once you get it started, once it's there, it just keeps going and going and going. It just doesn't stop. You just keep thinking of ideas. They just keep going and going and going. It just grows.
every Sunday, we are at this farmer's market at the Corey Shopping Center off of 281. And we're there from 9 a.m. to 1, and we sell all of our drinks, lemonade, smoothies, fresh squeezed juice. It's really good. It's been a popular thing, I'd say. Tips and advice for young business people. The first thing I would say is don't let anybody tell you can't do it. I mean, clearly, this was a lemonade idea.
It sounds cliche, but it's so true.
Yeah. A lot of people were like, oh yeah, this is just a high school thing. Like, you're not really going anywhere with it. It's a joke. Ha ha ha.
It's cute.
Yeah. Well, it's going somewhere. So that's all I got, really. A lot of dedication, and oh yeah, one thing is get a good team on your team. Get good individuals who are enthusiastic, who care, who are smart. Trust. Yeah, that's a big one. Trust too. Because, you know, what's that saying? I forgot. Like, you're only as good as the people you surround yourself with. Something like that. Like, that's really true. I mean, you don't want people who aren't trustworthy and who are lying or stealing on your team, because that's when the whole business operation just slowly.
And that's another thing about business when you're starting your own. Everything's a risk. You never know if you're gonna hit or miss, you know, with the people you're working with. Are they gonna, can you trust the people you're working with?
Exactly.
Are
There
you-
are events that I've done where you put up a lot of money and they go down, and you can't let that get you down. Like business, it's you win some, you lose some, but as long as you're still trucking, you'll make it eventually. I think that's it. Oh yeah, we also have, hopefully we have enough. We have samples of our strawberry lemonade for y'all on the way out. Hopefully y'all like it. And if you have any questions, you can hit us up on Facebook. Oh, did you have a question, sir? Yeah, what's going on?
What's the name of your company?
It's called the Lemonade Company. Yeah. Real straightforward. People don't really have to guess too much what we do.
But see, it's funny because when you go back to 2007 and you go, I want to start a
No, I mean, like, logo's good. Like, I know it sounds funny, but, I mean, the branding's pretty on point.
You go back to 2007 and you say, I want to start my own business. Okay, what do you want to do? I want to do like a lemonade stand. And already that's like a laugh. And oh, what are you going to call it? The Lemonade Company. It's like, good luck.
Yeah, no.
Good luck.
This just popped in my head. This is a real big source of inspiration for me. This entrepreneur out of San Antonio called Kid Goldsberry. He is the founder and or ex-owner, he sold it, but he started Hey Salsa. Some of y'all might have it in your fridge. The salsa, the dip. Basically, started out of San Antonio, built it up over time, like 10 or 20 years, and it sold to Kraft Foods for like $1.2 billion. And it's salsa. You know, it's the simplest thing. You put a chip, you dip it, you eat it, it's good. But it sold for $1 billion. So, I mean, that's just proof. If you can sell a salsa company to a major corporation for $1 billion, I mean, anything's really possible. Don't let people tell you no. Whether it's lemonade, salsa, pet rocks, like back in the 70s or 80s, whenever that took off. You know, it's all about the people behind it. Not really, yeah. Any other questions, comments, concerns? You can tweet us at the Lemonade Co. or Google us and visit our website. Yeah, we'll pour some of those out for y'all. But anyways, thank you. Y'all have a great day.